Monitor comes back up, there we go.
Okay, here we go. Okay, good evening. I'd like to call this special meeting of the North Branford and Conservation and Inland Wetlands Agency to order. Again, this meeting on Wednesday, special meeting on Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025 at 6:30 PM. First thing I'd like to do is do a roll call of everyone here that's seated. We have regular members Frank Borgano, Ashley Joyner, and Jerry Fishbeck. We have David Perkins, our town planner and wetlands administrator. I am Steve Scavo. Will be chairman for this evening's meeting. Next, we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I will also add our secretary, who is also seated for this evening. All right. Next, we'll move on to minutes of October 22nd, 2025 meeting. Would anyone like to have any requests for revisions or modifications or a motion to approve?
Which, I wasn't here, so I can't.
I know, you weren't.
The last meeting?
Yeah, October 22nd one.
Was that October 22nd?
It's just a motion. I don't have the minutes with me.
I do.
We have,
Here.
if you didn't read them, I already read them at home, but if you haven't, feel free.
Yeah, I did read them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Move
Everyone's
to
up.
accept. Move
Oh,
to
sure.
accept.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay.
I abstain.
Okay, minutes are accepted. Next, we'll move on to item 4, public hearing and possible action. There is none this evening. So next, we'll move on to number 5, old business, which we also have none presently. So number 6, we're going to go to new business, but we need a motion to move item B first on the new business.
I'll make a motion to move item B as the first item on the new business agenda.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. So we're going to start with item B, which is application 2025-5, 4050 North Street, pond maintenance to include pumping water out of pond using filtration sock on pipe and then removal of organic sediment. Owner Nate Rose, applicant Alfred D. Rose. Okay. Would you like to have Mr. Rose come up and talk about it? Sure. Yeah, just identify yourself for the record, please, officially, and then go right
Al
ahead.
Rose, 40 Valley Road, North Branford. I'll give you guys these pictures of this pond that you can look at while I give you my spiel.
Hey, looks like mine.
So because my grandparents owned the adjoining property to this, yeah, I know a little bit of the history on it. And so this is a man-made pond, and if you look at that, you can see how it's in a bowl, which is good for what we're trying to do now. So that was dug sometime in the 1930s or 1940s. A very wealthy man had purchased that property, and the stories were that his family were shipping magnates in the 1800s and importers. So he just hunted and fished. And when I was 10 years old, my grandfather took me down to this room in the house that's the one new addition on the 1762 house. And it was a game room. And he had a polar bear that he had shot. He had an African lion that he had shot. And he had all these moose and elk and everything else in there. And so all he did was hunt and fish. So he built that pond and raised trout in it. And then the neighborhood kids, it's funny, I was talking with Gary Wall, and he goes, yeah, we used to sneak in there and catch his big fish. But anyway, so it's a man-made pond. that unfortunately, the woman who bought it after this Jules Aubrey moved on, she was in her 90s, and she took care of the property meticulously until she didn't know what was going on. So, and you can see in the edges of the pond, her landscaper was dumping the grass clippings, and it's a 6-acre site, and all the leaves. So we went out in it to see how deep it was with the canoe, and when I pushed the canoe through the edge of the
Debris.
leaves and grass, boy, did it stink. But it's only, which was surprising, it's only 5 feet deep, and it's a hard bottom. So I would assume it's a gravel bottom, and it's hard. You didn't hit you hit the bottom, and that was it. So what we're looking to do is with a 2-inch electric pump, and we do work. I work a lot on the coast. So we're always working with either a marsh or whatever, and so we have all the equipment, and with a 2-inch pump and the filter sock on it, you're not moving a whole bunch of water at a time. But, 4 or 5 days it would pump that pond out, and you clean your sock once a day. And so where that's in a bowl, and it's probably 3 to 4 feet to the surface of the water from the top of that bowl, we'll do everything within that bowl. And if you see the pictures, there's a water meal, and those water meals, I never get the right name for which one it is, but they're really hard to kill without chemicals. But there's one way you can kill it. You pump the pond out, and if you can get the banks dry for 3 weeks, it's dead and gone.
Better than chemicals, yeah.
And so, if you have the ability to do that, that's the way to get rid of that stuff. I have a pond down on the farm that I had that stuff on, and we drained it about 20 years ago and cleaned it out, and I had 20 years good. But they tell you that one duck with one piece of that water meal on him, and your pond's infected. So it got infected again. So now I spend about $4,000 a year with this lake company that comes in and treats it, trying to kill it, and he has to get his deep license every year, and I can buy a lot of stuff with our chemical license. I can't buy the stuff that kills that. The Connecticut doesn't let you do it unless you're a certified lake and pond cleaning outfit. So we do that at home, but this one here, we want to clean it out because my son Nate wants to see if trout will live in the pond again, but it needs to be cleaned out. So we'll pump it out, we will let it dry, then back our dump truck up to the edge of it and load right out, and then take the organic material down to the farm where I have a compost pile and mix it in there and spread it on the fields when it's ready. So that's what we're looking to do.
So I have a question. I think it's a great plan. You could probably save it and extend the life of this for a long time. How are you gonna refill it?
So I'm assuming that it's, the
Spring-fed
river
maybe, or?
the river is close to it. So I'm assuming that it's groundwater level.
Oh, it'll rise
that's there.
naturally.
So I think because once we get it pumped down, what I'll do is we'll put a little, I have a 2-foot pipe with a bunch of holes in it. So we'll put that a little deeper than the bottom of the pond and keep the pump running. And then I think when we
Very
stop
dry.
that, it will naturally fill back up. It may take it 4 or 5 months, but I think it will.
This, was it water meal that you're trying to get rid of? Is that what
That
you referred to?
and the grass clippings and the leaves that they've blown in there.
The green stuff floating on top?
That, right.
Is that what's commonly referred to as like duckweed?
Something like that. Duckweed is different than water meal, and this is a water meal.
Okay.
But that's the same sort of problem. It's hard to get rid of.
So there's no inlet and outlet to this pond? do you?
So believe it or not, there is, which was done in the 1930s or 40s, there's a pipe that he had run up the river, and that runs in slowly. I think the last owners, landscapers, said they figured that the roots have gotten into the old pipe. And there is an outlet, a pipe, so it comes out of the Branford River and goes back into the Branford River, which you couldn't do today. But we're not looking to touch that pipe. You know, it is, and I think when Dave was out there, you know, the inlet pipe might have had like, in the bottom of the pipe, it was only a 4-inch pipe, like a stream that wide that was running in, and about the same amount was running out. So we didn't want to get into touching that pipe, because we really can't. So just want to clean out the stuff in the pond that doesn't belong there, improve the water quality in it, and hopefully get some trout. So that little river right there, so I gotta get to the football game because I can talk all day.
You're doing
We know
talking,
Al,
not us. We're listening here, we're.
So there's a school of native brook trout that are right there, right out the back door of the house, and boy, they're so skinny, and so, you know, but boy, they are fast, and if they see you walk up to the river, but my grandson and granddaughter, they've been down there, and they have a barbless hook, and you know, those things, you throw a worm in, and you have a little, you know, they're only 6 or 7 inches, but they're beautiful little native brook trout.
They're healthy, it's not.
Which we used to have with the same Branford River running by the farm. And the brook trout, there was an old mill down there where the river split and went through the mill and then headed down towards Van Wilgen's. That where the confluence was, where the two came back together, you could always go, if you couldn't catch the stocked trout, you could always take the kids and catch a little 6-inch brook trout. When the state redid the bridge on Route 80, and they started using whatever it is they put on the road that eats our cars, was the end of my brook trout in the river. So, you know, and I'm jumping a lot of conclusions as to what happened to them, but I'm thinking that's a pretty good, after I see what it does to our cars, you know.
So Al, where are you pumping this water to?
So I was going to pump it, I can do one of two things, and that's where you guys can. So Jim Preddy, who I work with all the time on the shoreline, he told me, he said one way that would be safe with a 2-inch pipe is put it in the outlet pipe, and at the end of it, of that pipe, as it went into the river, put riprap in there, where we have a filter sock on it, and just pump it that way. Or there's enough low land, I could make a bowl on the backside of the river, away from the road, you know, make a riprap little pond and let it flood over, pump it into that and let it flood over. But I mean, it's gonna end up, it's all the same water, so it's gonna end up back in the river eventually.
So being that there's already an inlet pipe and an outlet pipe, wouldn't you be kind of grandfathered in any way that you could at least clean the pipe out? Because wouldn't that give you much better quality water?
It would, if I could clean that pipe, it would, but I talked with Dave on it, and it's like, you know, that's a whole different animal,
And he's
so.
afraid if he does anything, it'll crack and that's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the end of it.
So we figured we'd
No one knows.
leave it
90
alone.
years old.
So, I mean, the level, he started looking to buy this property in August. And it was a dry year, and the water level pretty much stayed the same, which is right about what it is the other side of that berm in the river.
That's lucky, because mine is way low.
Well, the important thing is that you have it covered, is you just don't want to take silt and throw it into, you know, into the river. So obviously with the sock, you should
Right,
eliminate
the
that, I
filter
would
socks
think.
are what
You should have
Deep and
virtually,
everybody makes us do in the marshes and
yeah,
stuff
it
along
should be
the.
silt-free water, it should be basically
It should
clean
be,
water.
it
'cause it's-
comes out clean water.
Yeah.
And once your filter sock is clogged, it doesn't let it pump.
You
know,
have to
it
replace it, right, I
stops.
assume, right?
Yeah.
Every
So-
day or so, whatever, yeah, so, okay.
Yeah. So that's what we're looking to do.
Okay.
One other quick note, just because I love, trivia.
We
Um,
should go right.
I know,
We-
really.
So when we were looking through the deeds and stuff on it, so a lot of people don't know this, when the water company went in town, they were smart guys. They built a reservoir that could serve New York City. And when I was a kid, New York was looking for water from here.
Sure.
But anyway, they went around and they bought all the water rights from everybody downstream. And from what I've been told, and what Bobby Criscola told me, because he researched all the deeds, there was one holdout, and it was the Rose family. So when you look down the deeds, if you look up any deeds on the Branford River, the water company owns their water rights, except us. So Bill Van Wilton used to laugh, he goes, well, I got news, Alex, the water goes by you, it's gotta go by me. But yeah, my family, my great-grandfather's like, what farmer would sell his water
No
rights?
kidding.
And so on Nate's deed, they got $1 for the water rights.
Oh, wow.
Now, it was like 1916, so.
Still.
The
But they
water's
got
precious.
$1
to a farmer.
right on the deed
I mean, it's
for the water rights.
unbelievable.
Because I guess they thought they could shut the river off if they ever needed to,
Can't do that today, obviously.
Well, they can't, because we own our water
That's
rights.
right.
The water's gotta go by our
So,
farm,
yeah.
so.
You save the river essentially, don't sell those rights.
Don't close the river.
That's interesting.
Anyway, so, thank you for your time. And we'll, typically, I guess, we tell Dave when we're gonna start and have him
Keep
come
an eye
up
on
and
it.
see
yeah.
what we're doing.
Yeah. It sounds pretty simple, like you can get it done in a week or so, hopefully.
Yeah, once I let it dry, I'm gonna pump it out, but once we start, we'll do it quick.
Right.
It's not that big. And we're not looking to make it deeper, we're just.
Just cleaning what
looking
you
to
got.
Clean, I was happy that it was a hard bottom, so.
That means you don't have a lot of sediment, that's good, so all the
Right, just
vegetation
on
is around the
where
edge.
they were- Landscapers were dumping their cuttings into it and stuff, and it's a mess, so.
It'd be nice if you get that cleaned to hold trout again, because that's a
Right.
sign of a quality
Then we gotta keep
water
it quiet
body.
from the neighborhood kids,
Yeah,
no,
And the birds, the eagles.
right, so,
And the ducks.
okay,
All right.
okay.
thank you.
Thank you for that
Thank you.
information, that was very, very good. Learned a lot
That was fun.
about that property. All right, so if there's no discussion or anything, if someone would like to.
I'll make a
motion.
motion, I move to approve IWWA application 2025-5, site plan for maintenance of existing pond to include drainage of pond using a filtration sock on pipe and removal of organic sediment from the pond at 40 to 50 North Street. The following materials were considered as part of the record of this application. One, an application for inland wetlands permit dated November 10th, 2025. And two, GIS map of property at 40-50 North Street, North Branford, with the following standard conditions, number 1 through 17.
Well, you have to read all of them because there's missing number 5 and missing number 6. and-
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, so.
Okay. I guess I shouldn't have made the motion.
That's right.
Standard condition number 1, the regulated activity.
You don't have to read it, just 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, and 15.
17.
And 17.
There you go.
It's late.
You
It's
hate
cold
sitting
out.
next to a teacher, don't
It's
you?
cold outside.
You're right. Don't mess with the teacher.
Second.
Okay, we have all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay, motion passes. Good luck.
I honestly.
Good luck at the game tonight.
Good luck at the game.
You guys
Yeah,
do,
good
you
luck,
guys do
Al. See
well.
ya.
I'll go freeze now.
Yeah, yeah.
I honestly get to see it.
Okay, then, and we can continue under new business, so we're gonna go to item A, which would be application 2025-4, 90 Ciro Road, site plan modification. Site plan modification include additional fourth building, 30 by 50 metal building with associated driveway, grading, septic, utilities, and site work within the upland review area. Owner McClellan North Branford LLC, agent John Paul Garcia, PELS. Identify yourself for the,
Kevin McClellan, owner of 90 Road,
Gotcha.
also known as the Arrow Paving Site.
Gotcha.
And
So-
we're accepting the application tonight, reviewing it to determine whether it's a significant activity or
Right.
not, and John Paul will be back at our next meeting.
Oh, in case we have to
Make
do
a
a sidewalk
real
or something,
presentation.
sure, sure.
Or if you want to do a
This is
site
the
walk
big
or
site.
whatever.
Well, we'll see how the presentation
There's
goes.
no access to
I'm
it.
familiar with the site because I live right around there, so,
So
but
we-
in fairness to all the
This
members,
is
we
where
should
you and I
have.
parked and we walked down the trail.
So, anyway, if you want to proceed, tell us about the project.
Not
or-
much of a presentation, but I guess we're just.
Yeah, over here.
We're permitted to, within 50 feet of the wetlands. We're asking for that again up here. Our septic study, I think we have to wait till springtime to be able to put a building up there, or a septic up there anyway.
I have a quick question. If this is just for material storage, why do you need septic facility for the building?
We're just forever for myself up there, whatever, just parking stuff. I mean, I don't need a septic up there, but if it's allowed, we're gonna, ask for that.
So the plan now doesn't have a septic or leaching
It
field?
does, it shows it.
Oh,
It does
okay,
show
so.
it.
It
that's
shows
a-
it on the plans
Gotcha.
right
Oh,
here.
set up. Oh.
Yep.
But it's
We have to wait till
within
the-
property distance,
Right.
Yeah.
and so there's a bunch of different things we'll have to consider, because here's
Gotcha.
it's beyond the 20-foot property.
Right, my point is, yeah, as long as it's on the
Wetlands is
plan, because we have, to if we
Mhm.
use it or not, if you're going to use it, we have to,
Yeah.
you have to,
Mhm.
evaluate our plan and our acceptance if we do.
And here's the well, right here. And this is the well radius. This one already exists right here.
That's here, yeah.
In my opinion, with this
This one was approved and that one was approved.
proposal, I would be more or less protecting, I think, the wetlands, because when my back is turned, there's quite a bit of activity up there with ATVs, UTVs, Jeeps, cars, bonfires.
And you're proposing a stone wall to protect it?
Yeah, a stone wall, definitely to protect the wetland, and along, I guess, the back, we're gonna do, hopefully your plan shows a bunch of arborvitae's all the way
Yeah.
around the
Yeah.
property line, as well as Christmas trees. We plan on doing quite a few of them to totally screen us out.
I think there's two things we need to consider. The septic distance to the wetlands and the side yard, but also if this is the 50-foot from the stone wall, what's the actual from the building?
Where would that be?
What's the actual distance from the wetlands to the building, the proposed building? That's to the stone wall.
I think around 55 feet, if I was to guess.
So probably about,
And-
yeah, that
and-
makes sense, the closest corner.
Are you also putting in a drive?
Driveway?
Yeah,
Well, just a stone road going up,
so this,
clean
Your
stone.
process, like.
on the
driveway.
outside of the wall around the top of the property? Okay.
And the proposed stone wall, that's not there now, you're gonna put that in there.
I would put that
So
in there. I have
Well, that would
plenty of-
actually be good, that would
But
definitely
same
prevent.
same with the driveway there.
So I
we
can't
have
go
to
in
talk
there
about
and
that
or
too.
anybody
What
else.
the elevation is here and what runoff would be happening with that. Is this, does this drain downward into a
Nope, we would
wetland
be
area?
pitching everything, it's pretty flat up there now.
It's not, I think we probably would serve us best to go for a walk, but I know the area because I'm down there a lot, we can't remember there, but it's kind of like a flat area, it's not like when you
Okay.
think of a wetland, it's probably by soil.
I
I'm
don't think it's
guessing.
ever had water in
Well,
it.
yeah,
It's
this
more by
is too.
soil, I think, this is just known from what I've seen, but.
This is
Yeah.
the
That's just-
Conservation Trust. and-
I mean, I'm familiar with this section
Yeah,
over here, but
and
I
this,
never
I
even
think.
looked up the other
I
one.
haven't looked this way either, I've only seen this.
Actually, my,
Your
I live
property
right
is up here, yeah. Yeah. 'cause
You must have seen the
house is going up.
activity up
Yeah,
there.
that's my neighbor in here,
Times.
and then I'm right up in here, so, but anyway, it's pretty flat, and,
In the road you're gonna put, you said is gonna be gravel?
Yeah, processed stone
Is-
and
is
or.
that what-
Is that what
clean
there is
stone.
That's what this
Either one.
depicts here, isn't it? Is this,
There's-
Is there,
It says
is there any kind of
anti-tracking
route
pad.
that goes back to that now or not?
Mm,
So are
No,
you- are
just
you-
from what the neighbors had made
Are you
up
going
top there.
on the
no.
back side of where it says proposed building number 3 previously approved? Are you going on the back side of that, between the wetland and that
you
one?
can come up here to the table if you want.
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
so
because
we-
we're
Yeah, you
asking a
go-
whole bunch of
Yeah,
questions here.
yeah, come on up.
So this
Mhm.
drive,
Yeah.
are you planning on bringing down this way?
Nope, we would come in through here, I might omit a space right here.
Okay,
Come in
so you
through the
have a
gate.
Yeah,
drive,
that's the
yep.
main driveway.
38
Okay.
feet, this is probably 55 feet or so. and just come right up here. And it is showing 45 feet, and I don't know why this road would be that wide, 24 feet, I think he proposed. I don't think we needed 24 feet, to be honest with you. I think a 15 would be fine.
Is that, could it be this, so it says anti-tracking pad, what exactly is that?
And where would that be?
Isn't this it?
Yeah, coming down off of the hill, just while we were doing.
So this is the anti-tracking pad though, is this crushed stone?
That would be like.
So this would
Yeah.
just extend through here, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
See, I have a different map, I haven't.
Yeah.
That's okay, yeah, it's good that you're standing in the way, it's so much easier to explain. It looks like your water to this will come to the existing well, because your septic is over here.
Yes, the well is right here.
And 75,
Yeah.
okay, so that's not an issue.
We could go anywhere
Right, right,
well.
right, as long as it's, yeah, 75 feet from the.
Yeah, because it's wetlands here,
Yeah,
wetlands
yeah,
here,
yeah.
so they have to make it small.
Exactly, no, I was
Through.
just making sure that there was no violation of that, because that's.
And I think what I proposed to JP was to put these closer to the property line.
The
I don't know
arborvitae's there?
why- Yeah, arborvitae's
That's a
in.
nice screen there, that'll be
Yeah, it'll
good.
be a nice screen, and Christmas trees, so they're gonna be about 8 to 10 footers, that I'm getting hundreds of them for free.
Now, I know
Wow.
that's
From
great.
who?
Wetlands Farm. So I
They're
barter
giving them
with
to you? Nice.
Yeah.
They're great, arborvitae grow tall, they'll be like, you'll have like a
He has
buffer
white
there like
pine, he
nothing.
has everything,
That-
so I
that-
would screen you out, everyone out, but
It'd be good for you. and
So,
good for
so
the
what's
neighbors.
there now as far as trees and stuff?
A bunch of
Hoodlums.
kids playing ATV.
yeah, there's been a
Okay.
lot of activity up there.
I gotta say something, this is separate from this, but I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was gonna talk to David about, we've been having a lot of issues at night in our neighborhood, like all these neighbors right here, including myself. People congregate on these streets, they drive they burn rubber, they're not your employees or anything, all right? Or okay, I'm only
This
asking
is
the
at
question.
night.
Yeah,
This isn't.
no, I know.
Here's the
during
problem with that.
They're here, they're dragging, racing, it's unbelievable what we have to put up with.
It's a good strip there.
Yeah,
It is.
so,
I think they're working on getting rid of that right now, but this is every morning, I have to take a blower off and a broom, because there's bottles smashed, and it's only right where I have to drive in, so they think it's me
they
that's.
stop there and party, no, I understand
They
what they're doing.
stopped,
I
they
hear it,
smashed
I hear
all the
it.
bottles at my gate, and we've already
Up to,
talked about it.
up to Thanksgiving weekend, every Friday and Saturday there, and again, I know it must bother you more than me, but the noise is unbelievable. It's.
I don't hear it because I'm going by then.
But
It's
they're
the mess
literally-
in the
oh,
morning.
oh, yeah, no,
I
I-
can show you pictures.
I've also talked to, can't mention her name, because she's afraid of retribution.
Okay,
by
that's a whole nother
Yeah,
story.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
not wetlands, yeah.
this building exists.
I'm
Does
in
this
there
one
now.
already exist too?
That's built.
This
I
one's
have to
built.
finish the floor.
And then
The-
you're gonna subdivide it,
Yep,
okay?
possibly.
Possibly.
Mhm.
And then this one's already put up too?
The footing is in
Yeah,
there, the
okay.
walls are going up this week,
Okay.
and that will be finished in 5 weeks.
Okay. Alright.
What is it your business is? I'm sorry.
Paving and, well, I do manufacturing in this building, but asphalt paving, construction,
Oh, okay.
that work,
You
excavation.
really expanded a lot, I remember when you first went in there, that's good, obviously your business is good, I hope, right?
It's doing well.
Good, good. Well,
Did
that's
you
good.
hear your dad do my driveway?
Yes.
Guys, focus, focus.
I wasn't there. I was gone.
So he was saying, oh, we gotta get it here, there.
Okay, so I think that we want to come look at the site,
Sure,
just to
just take a
see what
peek at
kind
it.
of land it is there, okay? And if you have the ability, please stake out the corners,
I can have JP do that.
okay?
Perfect. That way we'll know, we
That
can
way
judge
we
the
can-
rest of the.
I'd like it done too, sure.
That way
So
we
we
can
know where it is,
tell.
we can figure
Yeah.
out everything
He
else.
originally did put the building here, and I said, no, let's get it away from John Turan, farther back as we can, so that's why we pushed it all the way back there. Do you know the status of John? I mean, he was talking about going to Florida, and I was talking about buying a house.
We shouldn't talk about that, we're
I
on TV,
know.
we're on
Yes,
TV.
we're on
I'll be glad to
TV.
give you
Focus, people.
We'll just maybe after the meeting, I'll be glad to come and discuss with you sometime, but anyway, yeah.
No, like I said, if anything, I think I would be protecting the wetlands, because even last year, after we kicked everyone off the property, there's still a lot of activity, ATVs
Oh, I
back
know,
there.
I know.
And I was a kid once, and I feel bad, but
Me too, I feel the same way,
No.
but it's
there's
excessive.
gas
But there's a
spilled,
lot
there's
more, it's
bonfires.
way more
It's
destructive
excessive.
than it ever was.
Yeah,
It's, I understand
they've done
exactly
a
what
lot
you're
of
saying.
damage up there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Okay,
the
so
question-
we need to schedule a
When-
walkthrough.
Well, I think the first question is this a significant activity or not,
Well,
wasn't
the
it?
problem is like I said, we're gonna be dealing with whatever runoff from here. There's two wetland areas, one where a well has to be dug
Yeah,
or
but
pipes
that-
have
We
to
could
be
do a
dug.
sidewalk and make that, we don't have to make that determination tonight, we could make the determination, do a sidewalk, and then we can.
All right.
See if it's
Yeah,
significant.
Whatever you-
I
We
don't-
could tell the kind
I'd
of.
like to
land
see
use.
it.
I
Yeah,
think we should.
the road along.
That's
I think once you
way-
see it, you know,
Way
again,
too
that's my
much.
opinion, you guys have yours, but obviously, but I think we should see it first before we determine a significant activity, that's all I'm saying. We have the right to do that. Especially you guys haven't really
Just to
seen
see
it.
what type of.
Yeah,
land it
yeah,
is.
absolutely, no, I think we should go.
When can we do that?
Well, that's what we have to schedule.
Before Christmas, I hope.
That'd be fine.
Probably like a Saturday mornings when we usually do them, like, because this time of year, you can't do it during the, after work or
Right,
anything.
because it's too dark.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you guys open on Saturday or something, or do you have a problem with
The
going there
gate's always
Saturday
been
morning?
locked.
Oh, oh,
Just
okay.
open the gate and walk out,
Oh,
whatever you gotta
yeah,
do.
yeah. I mean, you can be there or not, we just want to know if we have access, that's all.
Yeah.
That, and we want to see if it can be staked, so that we can see.
JP can do that right away, I know he can.
That would be great,
Yeah.
especially if we, so whenever you guys are free, whatever you,
Okay.
I mean, probably
So
a Saturday
13th?
morning between,
The 13th?
yeah?
What time?
13th is fine with me.
Is that, that's a Saturday, so
Mhm.
right on my, yeah, Saturday morning at
Yeah.
9, 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
in the ring, or whatever, it won't take long, I mean, it's an easy,
And that way it gives
Yeah.
us one more week
Yeah.
before Christmas if
Yeah.
we want to try to get in if it's pouring or something.
yes, yes. Yeah, I don't want
Is
to
that
wait.
okay with you?
That's fine.
When is
You
our,
don't need to know the time.
You could walk there, right?
yeah, I literally, I walk with my dog all day, we go pretty close to that. He takes off.
Would you
his
like to
boots.
be there when we're there?
Yeah, I can be there.
Okay.
It'd be good if,
Show me
That'd be
the-
good.
it'd be
Do
good if
9
you
or do
are.
wanna do 10?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to
You
Definitely.
want to do 9 or 10?
Whatever you want to
9:30,
do.
whatever's good for you
Okay.
guys, I don't care,
It's a Saturday,
it's easy for me, so I
So
can't.
what day's
You
the
guys
sidewalk?
decide.
9, 9:30,
The 13th.
10, anytime's
Okay,
good.
then we'll split it, 9:30.
Okay.
It shouldn't take long, that I can tell you.
So 9:30.
9:30, the 13th of December.
Okay. And it's not a Friday, so that's good.
That's good. I'll definitely have it staked out by then.
Okay. And that'll help us determine if it's even needed for us to make a decision.
Okay.
Of course, we can't discuss it then, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, we do, I don't know if there's enough time, we do have a meeting scheduled for the 17th.
For the
Yeah, so we can still
17th?
do that, that would be good.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
perfect, that would be right in
Right.
between.
The next meeting, we can make our formal decision, you know, or,
Is that okay with you?
yeah,
Yeah, I'm okay, this way he could get
Yep.
the project going.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Thank you.
Great,
You're
thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
See you on the 13th.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right. Okay, next we can move on to item 7, which would be the
I
wetland
think
enforcements.
Jerry wants to amend the agenda,
Well, I
go
figured-
back to old business.
I did,
Well, we can do that, we can, what he had, I think we can do
Okay,
that
after
after,
that?
after that, before German, I think it's
That's fine.
appropriate. It wasn't, it hasn't to do with this application, so. Anyway, so number 7, Wetland Enforcement Officer's Report, if you have anything.
I
guess
don't have anything.
We have item A, I guess, would be adoption of the 2026 meeting schedule. Haven't had a chance to look at it.
It's basically what we have now.
Yeah, and we always have the option, if we ever have to move a meeting, we can.
Like this one.
Yeah, it happens. So, do we have a motion to accept that, I guess?
I make a motion to accept the 2026 meeting schedule.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it's good. We have an official schedule. And before we adjourn, I would just like to add an item on the agenda. Jerry Fishback would like to have a discussion about one of our previous applications.
The Glenwood Road, the 5-home development there. I wasn't at the meeting when it was actually approved, and there was one item in there that I think needs to be amended, and that was the culvert. It was decided in good faith, it was decided to reduce the height of the culvert in order to not have as much a footprint on the stream crossing, the wetlands. But I think that's a really bad idea, because cleaning out a culvert that's 2 feet tall, that's going across a span of, what would that span be? I'm thinking 40 feet at least. There's gonna be, the road up top is gonna be somewhere around 16 feet wide or so. So by the time you get this thing done, you're gonna have a 40-foot spread. Who in their right mind is gonna crawl into this culvert to clean debris out? Whereas if it were 3 feet high, and I actually ran this by the engineer when I saw her at a council, I think it was a council meeting, but anyways, she was amenable to it if it were changed. And, just making it 3 feet high will make it so that you could clean it.
And less chance of a jam up.
And I
Certainly
don't.
would make its way
yeah,
through probably.
And I don't think the difference in the footprint makes any real difference whatsoever as far as the environment there is concerned.
We just probably need a little
So
more
I-
filling to bring it up to grade, a little minimal probably. That's
Yeah,
all I can say.
it's just gonna be a little more fill
Yeah.
and stuff on their part. So if I don't know what's involved to change this.
Well, we can probably do it at the planning and zoning stage in terms of the maintenance on the road and what has to be done, and they could request
Could
it.
you,
It would
could
be
you, I guess,
higher.
could you present as a request from us after thinking about it, and then I'm sure, so it's, right, because I know they haven't done anything yet, obviously, it's still in the planning
Right.
zoning stage, so that's good. Now would be a good time to fix that if we could.
Things just fall apart.
That would be great, and if the engineer, which I didn't realize, I mean, you mentioned it, but I forgot.
What's her Ellis's?
Annette.
Annette
Annette,
Ellis.
Annette,
Yeah, she thought, when I mentioned this to her, she thought it was a good idea.
If I remember initially, they did have a bigger one.
Initially, it was 3 feet
Yeah, I think
high,
that's-
and then,
We wanted to do less filling, we were trying to, I think,
yeah, I think
address
she
that.
was trying to amend it, to change it so that it would be more favorable as
Yeah.
far as we were concerned, but I think that the original plan.
That was
a much
overkill,
better
I
plan.
think, yeah.
Very good.
All right,
Okay, thank you, Dave.
so
Great.
then you'll take care of it?
Yes.
Great.
Terrific, terrific. Okay, now that being said, if there's no other issues or anything we'd like to discuss, we can make a motion for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, meeting
Okay.
adjourned. Very good.
Jerry, with it?